We are just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders on Sunday Night Primetime. Settle in. We think we've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36.
What is it?
They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll get 11 there.
It's a gain of 11.
That's a quick first down.
And the Bears.
And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line. Displacing defenders at the point of attack and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
What is it?
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Right back to Irving. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
Tackle made right at midfield. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. That's going to be incomplete. Very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And 7.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation. Contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
What is it?
On third down, it's Williams. One on target to Moore. A pickup there of 19 yards. Good for a Bears first down.
First down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Off play action. Here's Williams. Loveland open right side. He's got it. And he will be out of bounds. There is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what that is all about. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
What is it?
The handoff is Irving. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Quan Martin is there for the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment,
at the 23-yard
keeps this to a modest gain at best.
What is it?
Throwing on second down. Williams. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Intended for
Luther Burden, the intended target. And third down coming up.
And
that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, You can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he will score!
To DJ Moore.
DJ Moore.
Chicago.
Touchdown, Bears.
Cairo
His
Santos
fourth
lining
TD
up for the extra
grab of
point.
the season. Santos,
The kick is good.
on the extra point.
Makes the
The
score
Bears will take a
7-0
7-0 lead.
Commanders nothing. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. He's going to let that to bring this one out.
Washington
Probably
will take
a wise
over
decision,
1st and 10.
as this
At
ball
their
comes
own
out to the
35-yard
35.
line.
Go! 70 Lions! Street! Street!
On the ground for the first time. Here comes Houston Taylor. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Jonathan Taylor.
It's a gain of 10. That's
gain
enough
of
for
10
a quick
yards.
first down.
And a Commander.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
Let's go! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Cowboy 80! Bronco 80!
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues.
Ready! Trap Viking 18! 18! Pioneer!
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Brings
They
up
just have to
second
be
down
more
and
creative
15
with their
yards to
route
go.
concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Get it! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
On second down, it's Daniels. That's a short one caught by Sinnott. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A bit of a
That's a
quick
gain of
hitter
3.
here, and what you're hoping
Brings
for,
up
Mike, is that
third
the defense
and
can't
12.
react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but
Let's
they
go
knew it
now.
was coming, and they end up holding them
19,
to just a short game.
Sanders has it working in the middle.
Samuel.
A pickup there of
13 yards on the
First
play.
down, Washington.
That's good for a
These
Washington
third down conversions
first
are
down.
just so important, Mike. Everybody
First and 10
stresses
at the
we want to possess the
44-yard
ball.
line.
Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
That one complete to Jalen Lane. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are
That's
on the move.
another
It's a first down.
Washington Commanders first down.
Viking 18!
First and 10 at the
Keeping in the
29-yard
air,
line.
here's Daniels. Oh, a short throw
Daniels
there, but
pass.
it's going to end up
Intended
incomplete.
for Terry
That's a pass
McLaurin.
you say he should have
Incomplete.
had. Instead, he
It's
does
now
not, and it
second
brings
and
up
10.
second down. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one.
Ready up!
And it'll bring up second down.
Come on, set! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, Hawk 70, Hawk 70!
The RPO, this one to McClung. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
24 yards.
They get 24 on that one, just like that. It's first and goal.
First and goal.
And this has been a really nice
line.
answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up first and goal.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll take it on it. Then send it. Touchdown, Commanders. His 12th touchdown of the year.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up.
The kicker
allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
The kick is
The
good.
extra point is good.
That ties the
The
game.
Commanders
at
come
7.
right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin
The
at
Bears
the
take over
30-yard
first
line.
and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready, son? Yes, 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 yes.
On first down, here's Irving. And not much there.
Bucky
Good
Irving, the
defense.
ball carrier.
Held to no gain.
Johnny Newton on the
The
tackle.
integrity of the defense,
No gain
Mike,
on
is
the
based
play.
on every
Brings up
defender
second and
holding
10
their gap. That's
at the
exactly what we saw
30-yard
to this
line.
defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll go again here with Irving. And the D closes quickly.
Bucky
He
Irving,
stopped
the ball
after a
carrier.
gain of a yard.
He was
Quan
taken
Martin
down
is
by
there for
Quan
the stop.
Martin. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Third down and 9.
Ready, son? On.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. He gets this complete to Burton. And he's taken down on what should be the final
It's a
play
gain of
this
14
first quarter.
yards. And the Bears
So
first
a
down.
big third down hookup
First and
takes
10
us
at the
to the break.
44-yard line.
Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Here's first and 10.
Thomas Gilly. Ready, son?
On the bootleg, it's Williams. Exiting the pocket right. Now he'll run.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and
4
take off.
yards on
So
the
that is a
pickup.
great job
Second
defensively
and
to
6.
rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's second and 6. Here's Williams now to throw. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 10 yards.
They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down, Chicago.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Chicago.
Ready, sit on.
They'll run it. It's Irving. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
He was taken down by Jartavius Martin. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the Commanders' 35-yard line.
Ready, sit up.
They'll run with Irving. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
They'll put Loveland in motion. Give. This is Irving. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
He was taken down by Quan Martin. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's second and 5.
Ready, sit up.
Here's Irving. And he's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Chicago.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact.
The kick is good.
But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. And not much doing on this return. Good coverage. They're going to stop him in his tracks.
At their own 15-yard
right at the 15-yard line.
Okay, break. Left, ready, ready.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he's brought down after a beat.
Taylor, the ball carrier. He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Ready.
They'll come up on a second down and 8.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboys, go.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. A throw left side there, not going to find the
toward
target.
Debo Samuel. Incomplete.
He was trying to hook up with Debo
Brings
Samuel
up
that
third
time.
down and 8
Now
yards
it's going to be
go.
third down.
Here we go, strike. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Let go.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. Open man, left side, he's got it.
Jalen.
Up at the 34-yard
gain
line.
of 17 yards.
They picked up 17 through the air.
Down.
Good for a Commander's
First and 10
down.
at the 34-yard line.
Let's go. Bronco 80. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
They'll go play action here with Daniel. To the right side, and it's Sinnott. And he's out of bounds on pass play,
number
but that's good
82,
for 8
Ben
yards.
Sinnott. Out of bounds
There's no more
at the
efficient play
43-yard line.
in the NFL,
It's a
Mike,
gain
than
of
the
8.
play-action
Brings
passing
up
game. You can
second
see
and
here
2.
why. You
Okay,
make the
ready?
defense have to honor both the run and
Hey,
the pass,
smash,
and
Bronco.
he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Give up the middle to Taylor. And I don't think he got there.
Taylor,
Wrapped
the
up
ball
at the line of scrimmage, and now
Taken down
you're
right
looking
at the
third
line
down.
of scrimmage. No
You
gain
want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And it looks like he's going to have enough. Indeed, the referee does signal. It is a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down? But just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
And to pick up 3 or maybe 4, it was our Darius Washington bringing him down. An injured player on the field, and it's the running back, Jonathan Taylor. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From just shy of midfield, here's second down. Left side, caught by Sinnott. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
That's another Washington first down.
2 minutes to go here.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this.
Ready, break.
Set to go now on first and 10.
Come on, set. 19 Tiger, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18.
Coming, double up.
18 Pioneer. Ready, right?
They'll throw with Daniels. And he'll be taken down. They got him. Back at the 50-yard line.
The problem with some of these long developing plays is that it really forces the quarterback to hold on to the ball. They tried to hit him there with that big shot downfield, but the protection was just not able to hold up, and they're able to get home.
60 Maverick, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Let's go.
Daniels to throw on second down. Quick slant on the money to McLaurin. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Mustang 19. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Hey, motion. Check out.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down.
60 by 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. He's got his tight end. That's Sinnott. And he's going to have a Commander's first down.
On the play.
They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
First down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Top 6, Bronco 80. 19 Lion. 19 tight, 19 tight. Dragon 60. Ready?
Throwing again. Daniel. That one. Take it in. Jalen Lane. Touchdown, Washington. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
The kicker on for the point after.
kick is good. And the Commanders will tie things up. We are all even at 14. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone, 4 touchdowns. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. To the left side, he's got Komet.
Williams.
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. Now a shot here, deep middle. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively, staying right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down.
So, Mike, you find yourself in some of these inclement weather games, whether it's rain or snow, really the challenge falls on the defensive side. They're usually more in a reactionary position where they got to change directions and they got to react to the plays and the movement of the offense. So what you want to do in these bad games is keep the ball underneath, tackle well in space, and say, okay, offense, snap that slippery ball one more time, throw it one more time. Just make them go the long way. Don't get them off the hook by giving them a one-play score.
That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First and 10.
What is up?
Throw it again. It's Williams. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Komet. That's good for 27.
It's a gain of 27 yards.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
What is up?
Throwing again. Williams. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Komet, the intended receiver.
At the 24-yard line.
And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal.
For the Bears
Officially,
field goal.
it's a 36-yard attempt. Oh, looked like he mishit it. He missed that one from short range. So good. And the score remains level.
Cairo Santos to kick off
Could
for
not
Chicago.
ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the
Washington
25-yard
takes over
line.
first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Come on, come on. Set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Now Daniels throwing on first and 10. Flush to his right. He's going to keep it himself. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
First down.
Mike, the defensive
First
line
and
rush
10 at
plan
the
is
46-yard
critical when you're
line.
playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket. Because the second
Here we
he gets
go,
out
here
of
we
the pocket,
go.
we can see what
Viking,
happens.
18. 18 Cardinal, 18, Cup 19, Cup 19. Go.
On first down, Daniel. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time.
It's second down
It'll
and 10.
bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. 60 Eagles, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Play action. Here's Daniels. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. And the Bears are going to take over just shy of midfield.
By the Bears. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
What is up?
On the ground, it's Irvin. Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 2. On the RPO, quick toss to Burton. He'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another first down.
That's
One of
good
the easiest
for
ways to
Bears.
negate these
First
really
down.
good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike,
5-yard gain
is just
on
to
the
simply
play.
get the ball out
First
of the
down,
quarterback's hand
Bears.
as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
What is up?
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Throw here down the field. His ball incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He
Jartavius
actually was
Martin there
open
defensively.
downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him.
What is up?
Prevents the big play.
Williams to throw on second down. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the
It's a gain of 27 yards.
A gain there
And
of
the Bears
27 yards.
first down.
This pass
First
defense,
and
it just
10 at
has
the
to be better than
13-yard
this,
line.
Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
What is up?
We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. And he's in.
Complete to Cole.
Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Mike, we used to have a
Cairo
saying that it was the
Santos
responsibility
lining up
of the
for the extra
receiver
point.
to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys
kick is
clearly
good.
on the same page.
Makes the
Quarterback
score
expected his
Bears
target to be in a
21.
certain place at a certain
Commanders
time.
14.
He's there. Ball's delivered accurately.
Cairo
He's able to pick up
Santos
the rest
to
with
kick
his
off for
legs. And
Chicago.
that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
That one's going to skip into the end zone
Washington will
for a
take over
touchdown.
first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Let's go. Like it, hey, trap 50, trap 50. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Great shot. Catch made by McLaurin. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That's nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback. Recognizing when you're open, stay open. That's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
43-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
70, top 19, 70 Lions.
Here's Daniel. Now he'll air one out to the goal line and in. Jalen Lane. Touchdown, Washington. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. That is 10 and 11 on the year.
The
Now
kicker
try
on
here
for the
point after.
The kick
The Commanders will even this score. It's now 21 all.
21 apiece.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. They'll return this from the 10. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
What is up?
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down
at the 25-yard line.
What is up?
From the shotgun, it's Williams. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't. And now third down comes up.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
What is up?
On third down, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out first, second, third down. All 3 incompletions. And now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Daniels quick to Debo. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line.
25 yards on the play.
25 yards.
And Washington
up there.
first down.
First down, Washington.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
70, Timberwolves.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
19 type. 19 type. Viking 18. Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. All alone is the tight end sitting. He's going to be marked out down at the 5.
A gain of 19 yards.
6 catches for him in the ball game now. This one's good for a first down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal.
Get it. Cowboy. Let go.
Daniels now going to look to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Donovan Taylor. Touchdown, Commanders. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
28, Bears 21.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be out of bounds on the return.
Bears take over
and the
first
drive
and
will
10
begin there.
at their own 31-yard line.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field from the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Williams. Will be caught. It's DeAndre Swift. They will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
That pass play good for 22. Good for a Bears first down.
First and 10.
So far here today, putting points
line.
on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30.
14 more yards.
Catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
First
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now a give up the middle, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line.
2 hands to
A
count for how
7-yard
many
pickup.
yards he's
Brings up
averaged
2nd
in this
and
one,
3.
Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
On the bootleg, it's Williams. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd
Brings
down.
up 3rd down and
He's
3
usually
yards
such a
to
reliable
go.
target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, And they'll
It's
take
a
the ball over
turnover
on
on
down.
downs.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin
19.
first and 10.
Here we go. Start. Buffalo 8. Cup 19. Cup 19. Hut, hut.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. That is brought in. And he'll be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this third quarter. They go three tight ends here on first and
60
10.
Bison. 60 Bison. Here we go. Here. Check. Hurt. Hurt. Viking 18. Ready.
Fourth quarter commences. It's a run by Taylor.
Number 28,
That's a nice
Jonathan
job
Taylor,
keeping his
the ball
balance in these
carrier.
conditions.
The tackle made
gain
at the
of about
36-yard
5.
line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Ready. Break.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 4.
Ready. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Go.
They go right back to Taylor. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the
Brought
loss
down
of a
behind the
yard.
line of scrimmage.
You know,
A
at this
loss of
point,
1.
the defense
It's
has
now
to sell out
third
and
and
stop the run.
5.
You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Here now, third and 5.
Panther and left. Let's go. Cowboy 80. Read our key. Read our key.
Check.
79 Broncos. And up.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
A gain of 3.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. Fourth and a couple.
Bronco 80. Ready.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over
Result of the
on
play
down.
is a turnover on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore.
Williams pass.
He's close to a first down.
Complete to
It's a gain of
number
9. Nice
two,
pitch and
DJ
catch on
Moore.
first down.
10 yards
Well,
on
it
the
goes
pickup.
without saying. You want to play
It's
wide
second and
receiver in the
inches
NFL, Mike.
at the
How well can
44-yard
you
line.
change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
The second down throw is
Intended for
incomplete.
Cole Kmet.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves
It's now
trailing in
third
this
down
game, Mike, has
and
really just been the
less than a
ups
yard.
and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On third down, it's Ogle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
It's a
I really
gain
like
of a
this play
yard.
call here, Mike, on third down.
And
Yes,
the
it is the fourth
Bears
quarter, but you've
first
got
down.
plenty of time remaining. So keep
First
running
and
your
10
offense,
at the
stay with what's
44-yard
worked, and
line.
they keep it on the ground and pick up a first down.
They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be
Across
second
midfield
down.
to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
What is it?
They'll go again with Swift, and it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
A gain of a yard.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Vegas!
They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Could have depended on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, fourth down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They're going for it. Here's Williams. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
Is a turnover on downs.
Down. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 77 Wolf, 7 Pirates, 60 Mavericks, 60 Bucks.
To throw is Daniels on first and 10. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30. And another first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Here we go. Coogan, Panther 60, Panther 60. 19 light.
They'll drop to throw. He's got it at about the 8. And he will get into the end zone. Sinnott, touchdown Washington. His second touchdown tonight.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Good. Makes the score. Commanders 35, Bears 21.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here is first and 10.
What is that?
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. This one taken in by Odunze. After the catch, Williams he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Rome Odunze.
Now,
10 yards on the
inches.
Pickup. It's second and inches at the 30-yard line.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
Number 40
That's good
on the
for
season for him.
First down.
They've got all 3 timeouts left, but they
need
need to score quick.
Line.
It's first and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Yeah. Tackle. What is up?
Williams to the air once more. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
Williams pass. Intercepted. The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
60 Bison. Let go.
The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee.
Go.
2nd and 11.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Commanders. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
70, Hawk 70. ready, right? Let's go now. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Hut, hut. Ready? 70 timber. Hut.
go set. Reset. Set. Reset. We go set. Reset. Go set. Reset. We go set. Set. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. Set. Reset. We go 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 set. Reset. Set. Reset. We go set. Reset. Go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. 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 We go set. Set. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. Set. Reset. We go set. Reset. Go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. Set. Reset. We go 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 set. Reset.
Set.
We're gonna set. We're gonna set. We're gonna set. Set. We're gonna 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 set. Set. We're gonna set. We're gonna set.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
First carry here from Joe Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Down at the 31.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
42-yard line.
Oh, right.
Stroud sets up the play action. This goes out wide from Mixon.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
First down, Texans.
Here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43-yard line. Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense. And they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guys' pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
They'll give him 4 yards here, and that will bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of a short passing game here early on first quarter.
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break the tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First down.
118. What's up?
Now Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And it's stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Texans first down. First and goal, Houston.
All right.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he's got it. Touchdown. the Texans are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Walker has it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. Finding Walker complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
47 on the play.
47 yards.
Baltimore.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Taken down at the 14-yard line.
Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Brings up
Pound
2nd and a yard.
Rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Flowers. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
That's another.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right
1st
back.
and goal at the 8-yard line.
Sit hot. Go. Yo. 180. Finish it. Cut.
Now Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
Complete.
Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal.
Report. 180. Hey, middle. Sit hot.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
A loss of
big
7.
win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
DC ready? Go.
Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Jackson's
given 13 yards on the connection, but not enough. 4th down.
A gain of 13
and
yards.
That big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit. Found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
All right.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert his will over the other.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Texans first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 29-yard
Mix it
line.
up the middle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brought down at the 35-yard
I think
line.
after that run, the defense gets back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have taken the lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to it and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Texans
Aubrey
14.
good with a PAT.
Ravens 7.
And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Middle.
Jackson now. Caught by Flowers. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
It's a gain of 11.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, middle.
Here's Jackson to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14.
That's another.
It's a big play there for Baltimore.
First and 10
even
at the
50
14-yard
yards.
line.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Here's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And out of bounds, already down at the 3.
That's another.
10 more there and another first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Hey. Sit hard. 180. What a shot.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Right at the line of
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches, but it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. To throw is Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown.
Touchdown,
The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
The kick is good.
Extra point right down the middle.
That ties
and
the
we
game
are tied at 14.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go around. They'll fake the jet sweep, and now Stroud to throw off play action. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Intended for
a partner guaranteed. They approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Stroud to throw it. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
A 6-yard loss.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Townsend in punt
Here's
formation
Tommy
for
Townsend
the
on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
Yo.
Now it's Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got it complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
So just 3 yards on the completion there.
And
it'll be second down.
7.
Ready?
It's hot! Report! It's hot! 180!
Now Lamar changing the play.
Hey, report! It's hot!
Now it's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Coleman. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up third.
Let's not quibble
and
about
1.
the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Hot! Sit up.
From the right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball will get all the credit, but how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Jackson going to keep it. All wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's second and long. Now an audible here into something else. Jackson. Got his man, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You changed it. Sit hot. 180. Sit hot.
Back to throw again. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
And his kick here is good. And that will finish off this third quarter of play.
17. Texans 14.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I think the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
26 yards.
26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard
play
line.
action now. Jackson on the RPO. He'll keep it himself. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, 29 yards. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. On his loop for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Ravens 24, Texans 14. Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago? Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Get on, Doc. Get on. 180. Report. What is it?
No, we changed it.
You at X. Get on.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
His kick
Extra point up and through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Texans 14.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
A gain of 16
We
yards.
talk all the time about playing situational football.
Texans.
Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Complete.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go
He was
anywhere.
brought down by
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd down and 4.
Throwing now is Stroud. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
All right.
4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. That is caught. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
A 7-yard gain. And the Texans first down.
Here's Stroud. Now he's going to step up and run. That's complete to Dell. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
In motion right, that's Dell. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country
On
mile.
the click, right?
Now Stroud. And he gets it to Bolden. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48.
12 yards.
It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
118. What's that?
4th down. Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. And Stroud now to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they want the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
All right.
Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 16.
First down. A gain of 13 yards.
Here we go.
And the Texans 1st down.
Stroud off the play fake. And he's going to go down. Safe back to the 24. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
It's 2nd down.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. The reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of
in search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Aubrey now for the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Ravens 31, Texans 21.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That's good for
a gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
1st and 10.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, that's football for me.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of
so give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 5. And it'll be 2nd down.
Hey. Alpha, shut up.
Here's Jackson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
A gain of 9 yards.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Take over 1st.
That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks takes from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A handoff, running left, Mixon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard
there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
49-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
For number 89.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
11. 18. What's that?
Stroud to throw it. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, no, he lost the football. 20. Touchdown, Houston.
The kicker
now for the point
extra point.
And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Ravens 31, Texans 28.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last week about the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
And if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chitty on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Ravens use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Luke now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Ravens 38, Texans 28.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
At their own 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And this will be a Texans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Operating from the gun, Stroud. Now he's going to step up and run. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Here we go. 118. What's that?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stroud. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
A gain of 42 yards on the play. First down, Texans.
Back to throw. Stroud. This one left side caught by Collins.
And
he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
He's out of bounds at the 11-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down and 3. Now a first carry for their fullback. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Again, it's the call to fullback. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the smallest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And the stop will come inside the 5 to 4.
A gain of 3.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
At the Ravens' 4-yard line.
2J.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
18. Outside.
Stroud out of the gun here. That went out wide and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Yo.
Jackson now down around his goal line. And that falls to the ground incomplete.
Forced to the ground.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Intended for Tank
They're at the
Dell.
point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Look the hot. Oh, right.
Stroud working out of the gun. Open man, that's Jaden Higgins. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
It's a gain of 20.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Houston.
Operating from the gun, Stroud. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. There he goes, right side. And he will not get away, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over first down and goal at the 2-yard line.
How about this starting field position? First and goal from 2 yards out.
Hey, middle.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it away for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Texans 28.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here we go. 19 Texans.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Where's it hot? Sit hot.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything
There aren't many quiet superstars catching passes. It's an area where confidence is key, and he's getting his chance to show exactly why he's so confident in his ability.